All right, you guys, we're back once more. Welcome back to the Cali Lavelle channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as we dig into some serious news straight out of New York City. There's an update. I deleted my original video I made on this because I knew it would be best to wait a little bit to see if there'll be some more details said about this case. But basically, a young guy from Vegas drives all the way to New York City, to Manhattan in the office, to the Blackstone building, which holds the NFL office there. He wanted the CEO of Blackstone and not NFL is what they're saying, but let's tune in and see what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of movement on this shooting. Experts, Andy, are telling us that the investigation is looking at a couple of things, but it's one of the key things they're looking at is whether or not the gunman threatened the NFL before embarking on that long drive from Las Vegas all the way to Midtown Manhattan, where the NFL is headquartered. We also have our first look inside the vehicle that he was operating with, and we also have some information about the prescription medications that were found inside that car. You're looking now at the first pictures that we have inside the car. That's a carry case for a large weapon like an AR-15 type of weapon. Obviously, it's empty because police say that was the weapon that Shane Tamura used.
That's signs of a maniac right there. He had all that ammunition like he was on a stakeout. And for you to drive from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast to carry this out, how crazy were you? He could have, if he just wanted to hurt a lot of people, he could have did that right there in Vegas. Vegas has tons of crowds of people, depending on what's going on.
In carrying out that mass shooting on Monday. This other picture shows bags and bags of bullets and additional ammunition that were in Ziploc bags and then in a cardboard box there. There's something on the upper part of that screen there that looks like it could either be a cartridge or yet another a gun. The key to this is understanding that had this gunman gotten back to his car, he would have had additional gun firepower to work with. Now, let's draw the attention to the next photograph. In this one, we're going to be zooming in on that middle console on the upper left. You can see there's a prescription bottle as we get closer and closer to it. And you might also notice that usually you have that orange bottle and it has a white cap on it that's tamper-proof, and that is missing. So it's an uncapped bottle of prescription medication. Law enforcement sources are telling Fox 5 in New York that at least two of the medications were retrieved from the car, and both are used to treat mental health conditions, including a Zoloft generic, which is used to treat depression and panic disorder, amongst other illnesses, and Deval Prox, which can be used to treat conditions that include bipolar.
Why do Americans suffer from the most mental health issues? That I don't understand. Everything is related to mental health issues when people act out, show out, act a damn fool. From all the videos I've seen, I haven't seen any family speak out or anything. Did he have any family? Did he have a close social group? Or was he a quote unquote incel? Like how you guys wear the shit out of that definition? Going around calling everybody incels on the internet. Like it's just...
Bipolar disorder and epilepsy. Obviously, countless Americans struggle with mental health conditions who do not end up arming up and carrying out mass shootings. Nonetheless, if we go to the next series of pictures, authorities say Tamura had these two weapons on him on Monday evening. The AR-15 style weapon that was his primary weapon. It's also referred to as an M4 in the military. And also that handgun that you're going to see.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's a nice piece, even though it was used to hurt several innocent people. The part that sucks is these were hardworking, important people. People that worked in finance. People that lived regular lives to support their family. All it takes is one asshole to take several others' dreams away.
Which they say is what he used to kill himself, shooting himself in the chest. As for the investigation, it's now focusing on the state of Nevada. Tamura's friend there is said to be cooperating as he details selling that AR-15 style assault rifle to the alleged gunman who ended up using it to shoot 5.
I mean, if you look like this, more than likely, you ain't got no bitches. No bitches. But is that a reason to go on a shooting spree and kill all these innocent, important, high-value people? All it takes is some weird ass piece of shit. Like, you remember that Virginia Tech shooting? Now that's what you call an incel or a loner or whatever the hell you. That's why it's important to go out, socialize, get you some natural vitamin D from the sun. You know, be social, be a gym head. Like, you have to really indulge in your hobbies so then you don't resort to stupid shit like this. It's like, if his parents are alive and around, they're gonna be too embarrassed to say anything about this fool.
Innocent people here on Monday, killing 4 of them. Tamura played high school football and had left handwritten notes on him saying that he suffers from CTE. As we've been telling people, that's a type of brain disorder brought to prominence when identified by NFL players suffering from it. That was over a decade ago that started coming out. Now, his note accuses the NFL of concealing the dangers of CTE for the purposes of its own profit. Also in the note, he wrote, quote, "Study my brain. I'm sorry." And finally, Andy, the medical examiner's office right now is looking to see if, in fact, the gunman was suffering from CTE. They're also conducting a toxicology exam to see what sort of drugs or medications were in his system. If experience serves, sometimes it can take up to 2 or 3 months for that toxicology report to come back. And meanwhile, we reached out to the NFL and we just heard back, Andy. We asked specifically if there was any prior contact or threats made by the gunman. They referred us to the police department. They did not say yes. They did not say no. They just they moved the question over to the police department. But one of the questions too is if they received a prior threat. You know, how was it handled? Was it referred over to the NYPD? So referring it to the NYPD right now is interesting. But we're going to chase down that lead and we're going to talk to them.
The thing is, think about it. Let's say he did all this damage and he didn't kill himself. Would he be able to live through what he did? Would he be too out of whack to actually have some kind of remorse or feelings for what he did, taking away all those innocent lives? So he basically went in that building like a mercenary and just took out anybody who was in the way, or let alone whoever looked at him. He just shot him. That's what it sounds like. Whoever was in this area within distance range, he just sprayed him. But like I said, I just don't see the point of carrying out an act like this and then taking yourself out. Like, what was the point? You could have just shot yourself in Vegas. You didn't have to go drive all the way to New York and kill yourself. It doesn't make sense. Let alone, he probably would have been able to get off if he had all those mental issues and had evidence of all that medication. He probably wouldn't have got life in prison, simply because of all the pretty much evidence of him having some sort of mental issues.
NYPD about it.
All right, very good. And it's very interesting to look inside that vehicle of the gunman after this deadly shooting earlier on this week. And you mentioned during that just some of the ammunition, the firepower that was remaining just in that passenger seat with all of those shells. And you mentioned the medicine. Do we have any understanding if it was his intention to come back to the vehicle at any point?
No, it does not seem like it. The note that was on him by virtue of it saying, "I'm sorry," it seemed like he was going in to carry out the shooting. We do not have any evidence so far that he was looking to return to the vehicle to rearm himself or replenish his ammunition. Also worth pointing out, in those pictures inside his vehicle, we can see that he had book bags, he had other bags. If he wanted to bring additional ammo, he could have probably put it in one of those book bags. It would have fit, right? And as we show a picture of that, you'll see the book bags as well here in the front foot compartment, also in the passenger seat. So not knowing specifically what his plan was, because it was so sick and twisted and violent, it seemed like he was able to do enough damage with what he had.
Yeah, disturbing nonetheless. All right, Arthur, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I know you guys are going to continue to dig into this developing story. I appreciate your time here on Live Now.
Yeah, that's just crazy. You know, it's like words can't even cover up. Like, just think about all the tragedy and everything that the family's facing. It's like, you would never think that something like this would happen, let alone to your own relatives. Anyway, this is Kyle Veo. I'll catch you in the next video. Happy hump day. Peace.